was so close. I glance at the hospital entrance, but there is still no sign of Zayne. Without hesitation, I tap the Play Game button. With gaming being popular right now, we plan to go to the arcade after his shift to see what the excitement was all about. Who would have thought I would get into some random mobile game while killing time? I almost there! Yes, I finally beat it! I let out a sigh of relief after completing the challenge. Just as I'm about to exit the game, a small chubby robot suddenly pops up onto my screen.
A human actually managed to break my record.
The robot bounces around the screen, while question marks appear in its LCD eyes. When did this evil Otto hack my phone?
Hey, I'm Automart. I'm top of the auto service rankings, just so you know. Who are you calling evil? Do you want your reward or not?
My bad. You are a benevolent Otto. But what do you mean by reward?
You've been chosen by yours truly, in case you weren't aware, as the lucky winner of Otto's current gaming event. Complete our Finders Collectors tasks at this location, and everything in your shopping cart will be free of charge. This includes gaming gear. Don't forget to bring along a friend. As for who gets to do what, well, that's not Otto's business.
The robot instantly vanishes from my screen and leaves behind an eerie distortion. It seems suspicious, but the only way to confirm this is to check it out. As soon as I spot that familiar face, I grab him and rush straight to the supermarket Otto mentioned. Back home, I stare at our haul of gaming stuff. A light bulb goes off in my head. I pat the sofa beside me and beckon Zayne, who just finished drying his hair, to come over and hear my master plan.
You found another show of the century?
No, I want to set up our very own cozy gaming corner right here at home.
In other words, you ran out of space for your gaming consoles.
Basically. So, what do you think of my plan?
Since you said I have a stake in this, we might as well start setting it up now.
We clear out a large space in the living room and go through our first batch of gaming gear. As I'm arranging the controllers, an unexpected sound suddenly comes from my pocket.
I'm hungry!
When our gazes meet, I swear, I can see Automart's question marks in Zayne's eyes.
Is this your new smart emotion detector? It's very realistic. and almost as desperate as my patients after their 8-hour preoperative fast.
You have got the wrong idea. He watches me pull out a twinkle-color virtual pet device from my pocket. It's this guy who is hungry. I got it from the supermarket. I could not help but play with it after we got home.
What does it eat exactly? Batteries?
I carefully study his face to confirm that he is not making a joke while deadpan. I guess these things would not have caught your attention when we are kids. Looks like it's my turn to teach Dr. Zayne something. Sitting on the sofa again, I eagerly show Zayne how the device works. The screen lights up and displays countless snowy blobus. They gather together to form a happy snowman.
Now that I'm looking at it, I suppose batteries wouldn't be appropriate for a meal.
Come to think of it, it's cutie patooties tasted similar to your. I select street food platter from the food menu to feed the snowman. Cards instantly fill the screen. You saw that, right? This gives the highest possible boost to its happiness.
We can bring it along next time when we visit a barbecue stall.
Look, it even puts away its toys and keeps them neatly organized in the cabinet.
Are you going to say this is another trait we share?
It's basically a clone, and that's not all. I pull up a video of the virtual pet I saved earlier from my gallery. I haven't figured out its sleep schedule yet, but when I pocket it awake from its nap earlier,
Now that looks more like me.
you think so too? Why don't you two get properly acquainted then? I hand Zayne the virtual pet device and guide his finger to tap the screen. Let's start by trying to make it happy. Go on.
Okay.
After observing scenes for a bit, he opens the food menu and selects instant noodles multiple times for the snowman directly.
I'm stuffed!
I tap the screen where the little snowman is showing signs of annoyance. Then I tease Zayne. Is this little snowman too much for Dr. Zayne to handle? You only need to feed it its favorite food twice to make it happy.
We just met. How am I supposed to know what it likes?
Well, I did say the snowman is a lot like you. There is a small cake 2 options down. Why don't you try feeding it that instead? Or are you trying to upset its stomach? Don't tell me you're jealous of a virtual pet, Dr. Zayne.
Why would I be jealous? You don't think it's me?
What if I change its name to Zayne then?
That name doesn't suit it. I wouldn't recommend using it. Besides, it's unhappy because it's too full, not because it dislikes instant noodles. Here, I'll show you.
Seeing that he is about to feed it again, I quickly stop him. Then I take a bag of sweet potato chips and stuff several peas into his mouth at once. As you can see, being forced to eat food like that won't make anyone happy, even if they don't really mind the food. Zayne gives me a resigned expression as he slowly works to swallow the mouthful of chips that puffed up his cheeks.
I understand.
Now,
Since I've demonstrated what not to do, why don't you show me the correct way?
I arrange the dessert, pear juice, and gaming device in front of Zayne. His expression softens. He is very pleased with my choice of teaching materials. Once all the food is gone and the console runs out of battery, I lean in to look at his face. It's easy to make Dr. Zayne happy, huh? He picks up the virtual pet device from the table and fiddles with it. Then he shows me the page that displays the pet's mood level.
Does 2 bars mean it's happier now?
After hesitating for a moment, he attempts to stiffly mimic the pet's unhappy expression at 2 bars. That's all I get for 2 bars.
If this were about the virtual pet, its mood bars would already be full.
I hold back my smile and stay quiet. My gaze encourages him to continue.
Unfortunately, I'm much more complicated. For instance, I'm not easy to please.
Really? I pretend to be annoyed as I cup his face in my hands and playfully squish his cheeks. I don't believe you. Maybe someone's smile muscles aren't getting enough exercise. Nothing that a good massage won't fix.
I don't think this will help with my muscles. However, it could prevent temporomandibular joint dysfunction.
Noticing the hint of an involuntary smile on his face, I become even more confident. Under my persistent assault, this hard-to-please Dr. Zayne finds it increasingly difficult to hide his grin. Are you still going to tell me you're hard to please?
If we use the virtual pet standards, this barely counts as 5 bars.
Well, I'm encountered a system error, which means I'm going to ignore what you said. I dive into his embrace and use his arms to cover my ears. I can't hear you anymore, so I have the final say. And I say, everything's full. He is quiet. Has he finally admitted defeat? Just as I try to sneak a peek, his hand gently pushes me back down.
Since you're making the rules, perhaps you should recalculate.
In his arms, I hear his heartbeat growing clearer against my ear. According to my calculation, this counts as having full bars. Zayne wraps his arms around me. He tightly holds me. Zayne? Zayne! I can't breathe.
Which Zayne are you referring to?
Only you, of course.